Hello, it's Brianna Owens here, a SMARTamp champ, here to show you my workspace for teaching kids all about how to use SMARTamp. And we call this a workspace, but in my class we call this particular type of space a play space, and that means that kids don't have to necessarily follow strict directions. They can kind of just move where they want to and add different things in each feature in different areas of the workspace. So the first thing is just always an overview here, and my teacher notes are of course always in the upper left hand corner. So if you want notes on this one, but this one's pretty much kind of an explore and play type area for kids. But there's a quick video if you want to show kids just overall what the product is. But then they can move around, so they can move to the different features of this space just to get familiar with the different icons and tools in SMARTamp. So the first is the chat box. You want them to become familiar with using the chat box. You can either teach kids explicitly where each of these features are, or with my kiddos, I just kind of let them play and figure it out. And I feel like this just really increases their learning and understanding of the product. But you want them to come into the chat box. Oh, sorry, that's assessment tool. You want them to come into the chat box and message each other and complete that task here. Then they can move through the workspace. The next portion that I have is just to become familiar with the eraser tool. And that is, of course, up here. And the task is that students are going to draw or use the eraser to make a smiley face or sad face or whatever they want to work on. And then they can go ahead and add a shape in, so any shape that they like. And then I encourage students to really kind of play with it and worry on expanding, size, just to kind of really become familiar with the different tools. And then the next portion of the workspace, and they don't have to be in any particular order, is becoming familiar with the pen tool. So students will use the pen feature and play with the different colors or the highlighting feature to write their name and then draw their favorite animal in the area. And then we come down to adding a video, and this might require a little bit more instruction, but kiddos are going to come into the web content and they can search for a video of their favorite sports team playing a game or practicing. And then next they're going to add in a website, and so I encourage kiddos to look specifically for a class web page or one of our school web pages or one of the ones that we use at school, just to make sure that all the content's appropriate. And then we'll come down here. So this is adding a picture, and students will work over here to import a picture of their favorite sport. And this is a cool idea because there's a lot of content in the Smart Exchange, or they're welcome to search the web using the Bing search bar. And did I miss anything? Oh, next they're going to work through the text feature. So they can experiment with different colors, different text features, and they're going to write in the name of their favorite animal and add that in as a feature. And then one of the bonus tools that I have for kiddos, if you think they're ready for it, is that they're going to go ahead and do a challenge, and they're going to go back and lock everything that they added into here. And then remember, if kids delete other kids' work, it's a great teaching opportunity for them to learn about why it's important. And this is a great template because it's really important that kids play and get familiar with the product before they try to use it for lessons. And it gets some of the experimenting out of the way, so that way when you're ready to start implementing this in lessons, the kiddos are ready to go. Also, be sure to check out my YouTube subscription for more great SMARTamp lessons, tips, and tricks.